The crown of thorns that he adorns is one of my own making, and with every piece that pierced his skull the blood it would withdraw. In agony his body was trembling and shaking. I would have never known the chasm rift that set my wayward soul adrift for the one I was forsaking. For I made the stripes of different types on his body bruised and crushed, from which his blood splattered and gushed to pave the crimson road up the hill he strode. The cross was full and weighted. The people's sin it demonstrated as I spat on him and swore. I gambled for the robes he wore. Crucify him, crucify him! Weak and weary, tired and dreary, half dead and sickly slim, he lowered his head. The masses fed with broken bread, and at him trash and debris they threw. While the voices of the crowd grew, I watched his mother's tears make mud from sand. Another crack from whip to back while I screamed at him to stand. We came to the hill he would die on, overlooking Mount Zion, and bound his hands and feet with people still cheering in the street. We placed the block under his heels. Regardless what he feels, keep driving in the nail. Hand to spike, I began to strike and thought, why? Why let Barabbas out of jail? How I heard his cries of pain excruciating, and to my ears so aggravating that I wanted to refrain. I hoisted him among criminals deserving for the sentence they were serving, but between them was a man who, nameless, was blameless and innocent by law. When I stepped back a few paces, there were many mocking faces, but mine was in awe. I saw an open embrace, welcoming grace and forgiveness of transgression. It was enough to make me repent in confession just after he had died. Even though I knew the blood didn't flow, I had to pierce his side. It came to my realization that he was my propitiation and his death a tragedy. But when he arose, I froze in the sight of the morning light that the stone was pushed aside. It took some years to understand that in a foreign time and in a foreign land that Jesus died to set me free. For I am of Barabbas, and Barabbas is of me.